Hey everybody, this is Steven. I'm here again today to present to you another collection of my action figures, and in this case it will be the Marvel Toybiz action figure lines. I have numerous ones, as you can tell over here on this display. I had a hard time putting up these guys because some of them are not very good in standing on their own, so once one of them falls, then it's a domino effect that pretty much crashes everything around them. So it took me some effort to put them together, but here they are. I have here mostly Avengers, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer line, X-Men, and I divided it roughly on the far left here up to the roughly middle is all good guys, and then to the far right would be the bad guys. Now the only stuff that's missing from here is the Spider-Man animated, which I also have, and I'll just have to do them separately in the next video. So I'll just give you a rough idea what I have here. I have Avengers over here on the far right. So we have here, and do pardon me if I don't name every single one of them, there is just so many, and then the video would be an extremely long one. But what we have here is Quicksilver, Hulk, Cybernetic Armor, Wasp, and Ant-Man. Then 3 versions of Captain America at the back. Then we have Bucky in his World War II costume. The lady dressed up as Captain America is called American Dream from the first appearance Toybiz line. So is that Captain America standing next to her. And then we have Wonder Man from the Avengers United They Stand. Then we have Hawkeye again from the animated series Avengers United They Stand. That one right there. And then we have Vision from the same animated series. Boxed set, Avengers boxed set of that has Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp, and one of the ants. I think I lost the other one. And this Hulk here is also from the box set, and there is a couple of other ones. And then also boxed set first appearance Iron Man, Avengers United They Stand Falcon, Hulkbuster Iron Man, another version of Iron Man, War Machine, and these guys are from the Iron Man animated series, Dread Knight from Iron Man cartoon, another Iron Man also from the Iron Man cartoon series, White Queen, Iceman, 2 versions of Black Bolt from the Inhumans. I believe the black one, if I'm not mistaken, was an exclusive during one of the toy fairs. And then we have some of the Inhumans. I'm missing Medusa, Karnak, and a couple of other ones. But these are the ones I have for the moment. So I have about a total of 3 with 2 versions of Black Bolt. A singular Ghost Rider I have. I wish I could find more of him in that particular line. We have Nick Fury from the Spider-Man animated, Daredevil from Spider-Man animated, Punisher from Spider-Man animated. Then from Avengers Reborn, a short-lived Toybiz Marvel series that focused on Avengers, we have Scarlet Witch, a pretty decent figure for its time with a cloth cape. Not as much articulation because none of these figures back in the day had much articulation. They had just the basic movements. Then we have Captain Britain at the back there. We have Doctor Strange. We have Fantastic Four. Reed Richards, Human Torch, The Thing, and Invisible Woman. These 2 chrome Silver Surfers from the Silver Surfer line and the based on the short-lived Silver Surfer animated series. Another version of Thing from the Fantastic Four. Ronan the Accuser from Fantastic Four. Then we have Grey Gargoyle from the Iron Man series. Some of the characters over here from the Silver Surfer line. This would be one of the Skrulls. Mandarin, enemy of Iron Man. Ronan the Accuser, I believe I mentioned him already. Loki from Avengers Reborn. He comes also with a cloth cape. and a crystal ball. And I believe you guys saw already this fellow. I already posed them. This is the Sugar Man from the Age of Apocalypse, and he's electronic partially. He can laugh when you press a button on his back. Over there is the big green guy. Right over here is Drax the Destroyer from the Silver Surfer, and this fellow right here is Kang the Conqueror, famous enemy of the Avengers. Then we have a Thanos over there, and this lady's name, I knew her name. Oh yes, Typhoid Mary, the enemy of Daredevil. And then we have Apocalypse, one of the better versions as far as I'm concerned. Then we have Silver Samurai, Mystique over here, one version of Ultron, Stegron, a dinosaur-looking villain, and I'm not that familiar with him. Then next to him is a Cable that I had a very hard time making him stand properly. He keeps keeling over. And then another Ultron. And then a Dragon Man, unfortunately missing his wings, the enemy of Fantastic Four. Over there, behind the Ultron, we have Mr. Sinister, Pyro, Sabretooth, who also has quite a bit of a hard time standing on his own. And then at the back of him we have Blob, we have Juggernaut. Let's just try and get a bit closer to them. There they are. Another bushier looking Sabretooth. This particular fellow, I forget his name, this one right here, but I do know, I've seen him in the X-Men animated series from the 90s. I did see him in some episodes, and here is Apocalypse again, and another version of him. Magneto, Abomination from the Hulk figure series, the Hulk 2099, Fin Fang Foom. There is two more dragons that came with him, and he is also from the Iron Man toy line, but those other two dragons, one is gold, one is silver. I don't have those particular ones. Dark Beast from the Age of Apocalypse, electronic one. These days there is another version of him in the modern Marvel Legends, but I think this one is far superior to that one. Maestro Hulk. I had to glue the crossbelt where he has all the helmets and face masks of all the heroes and villains he defeated. He has crushed Captain America's shield, and on his right arm he has Wolverine's complete skeleton as a trophy. His adamantium skeleton. Then I have here a smaller version, or a regular sized version of Galactus, who came from Silver Surfer line. Then we have Gladiator, Nightcrawler, Wolverine. Now this female Wolverine is not X-23, her name is Wild Thing, and she had only one figure appearance, meaning this one, in the line called The First Appearance. And supposedly she's supposed to be, in a fictional biography or what-if biography, the daughter of Wolverine and Elektra. Classic style Cyclops, Nightcrawler, White Queen, two types of Cable. Now the complete boxed set of the First Appearance X-Men. They never made Professor X for that group, but if you have any from the vintage one, I think he could just easily blend with these guys. So there is Beast, Iceman, Cyclops, Marvel Girl, aka Jean Grey, and Angel. Now the Iceman, I had a problem with him because his left arm broke at the shoulder, so I had to super glue it. Salvaged it somehow, but now I cannot move that arm. Now right in front of them over here, we have the members of Alpha Flight. It was also sold as a box set, just like the X-Men behind them. So it contained Oh, sorry, it wasn't a box set. I'm mixing it actually with the Marvel Legends box set that exists of Alpha Flight in present day. But these guys were actually sold individually, meaning 1 or 2 characters per package. So they're all there. Snowbird, I believe the lady's name is. She has her 2 animals with her. I'm sorry if I don't know a whole lot about Alpha Flight. I do know they are supposedly heroes from Canada, from what I remember seeing in the cartoon. And I know Sasquatch. And I know that Wolverine used to be part of their group. And there is also the fellow called Puck right here. I also am familiar with him. And Guardian as well. I also know about him because he appeared already in modernized version in Marvel Legends. So we have over here we have a Iron Man Reborn figure. Then we have Angel in his blue and white variation. We have some let's just get closer. We have Banshee and gosh, what's his name? Ay, dear Lord, my mind is not working today. He's the fellow who can travel. Yes, Bishop, there we go. Bishop, he's a time traveler. And he had a prominent part in the X-Men animated series, the vintage series. Then we have Joe Fixit Hulk. Then next to him we have one version of Beast and a more classic looking Beast. A chrome Beta Ray Bill from the Silver Surfer line. And he looks pretty good, if you ask me. Has a large sizable cape, which unfortunately keeps popping out, so it has to be pushed in every time. Smart Hulk, large size thing from the Fantastic Four. He has a projector on his chest that works with small discs. And then we have Avengers Reborn Thor. Then we have Giant Man from the Avengers box set, and the same figure was reused again in the early Marvel Legends by Toybiz. Then we have one of the versions of Savage Hulk. Strange looking Wolverine, which I cannot honestly remember in which particular comic he was in, but he has retractable claws and he's large in appearance. A werewolf, mutated werewolf Wolverine. And now 2 types of Galactus, both electronic, neither of them working anymore, unfortunately. This one here, the shiny chrome one, is missing the ears. They somewhat got misplaced or lost, and that big button there would be to make him talk and eyes glow at the same time. Now this fellow is missing a button completely on his chest, but he is somewhat different from this one. As you can tell, one of them is chrome, the other one is not. And if I'm not mistaken, one of them is from the Silver Surfer line, if I'm not wrong, and the other one is from the Fantastic Four. Then I already mentioned the smaller regular size version of Galactus. And then at the back here we talked about Dark Beast. Yes, I forgot to mention Absorbing Man right here. And there is also Silver Samurai, Mystic, and then a close-up of the Thanos I mentioned earlier. And that's roughly all of them, I would say. I believe I did not miss on any, I think. Oh yes, I may have missed here mentioning Gambit. And behind him is another version of Nightcrawler, and there is Colossus and Storm from another box set. there is also another version of Bishop, a more classic one, except, my goodness, this lady right here, she up, nuts. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. That's what I was talking about earlier, that these guys can so easily fall, in the sense that they don't have a good way of standing, because their feet are usually not very stable. For some of them, it also depends how they were molded. What I was trying to do is I was trying to pull out this lady here who was leaning on Bishop because she was blocking the view of him. Let's just pull her out. She is from the Hall of Fame toy line, and there was a lot of characters, some already in that line and some were just reissues. This is supposed to be the lady called Wolfsbane. She is somewhat similar in appearance, the way she looks to Beast. Now, I don't honestly know a whole lot about her, because there are comics out there I honestly didn't read over the decades and such, but yes, this would be Wolfsbane. I know her name at least, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that she would be a member of X-Force, I think. And there was a lot of female characters released in the Hall of Fame at that time, so that was rather good, because there's so many female characters in the Marvel comics, so it's sometimes very difficult to keep an eye on who's who. And what's good about the vintage Toybiz is that they would go to great lengths to make all sorts of known and lesser known characters, so there was quite a selection, as you can tell. Some of these fellows, like a few that I'm really not familiar with, but the rest I know them already. And then I missed mentioning this lady right here. That's Blink from the X-Men storylines. And then, of course, this lady here, who doesn't look the same in today's comics or toy form. This is supposed to be, oh my goodness, the character who also appeared in the Deadpool movie, in Deadpool movie Part 2. Goodness gracious, yes, she has a black patch across one of her eyes. Ay, Lord. Sorry, guys. It's just not my day. Her name escapes my mind at the moment, but if I remember, I will mention it. Anyway, moving along. This would be one of the versions of Iceman, that's sort of modern take on him. And not a bad looking figure. He has some attachments, enlarged hands on both sides that can be removed. One shaped as a fist, the other one more shaped like a ice-clawed hand. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say. I guess it's my lucky day I managed to remember 90% of the names, I think, and then with a few that I managed to completely forget who they are. Sorry about that, but sometimes it's difficult for me to remember every single one of these, but I think I still did a pretty good job on it, all things considered. Yes, I remember her name now. Let's go back to her. That's the lady. I forgot her name, and her name is Domino. She appears in Deadpool movie Part 2, and this is sort of, I would believe, an old version of her costume. So the costume has changed quite a bit since. But yeah, she's also one of those interesting characters, and it was also from one of the X-Men sublines. I cannot tell you exactly which one, but I do know that she appeared in the X-Men line. And that's pretty much it. I think that's all for the moment. I do appreciate you guys keeping up with me. I hope I kept this video interesting. I tried my best anyway, I promise. So I will catch you guys next time. Please put a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you like to see more or more of the same. My plan is, as I mentioned earlier, is to just make another video about the Toybiz where I would just show off whatever I have from the Spider-Man animated series, the pre-Marvel Legends one, from the cartoon series that was popular in the mid-90s. So yeah, that would be all for now then. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.